round coming out. Boys, the knife is about to take place. This is exciting. In the
it doesn't get much more exciting. Absolute doesn't matter.
The knife round, the best part of every best of 3, every best of 1. We love it.
This
the
is where
CT's running down from CT spawn into the long area, and they meet the terrorist next to the fabled blue crate, the blue rubbish
We have this
dump.
UFO. Just watching
UFO?
That.
Casper, come on, man.
How do you say it?
UFO?
UFO? Yeah.
Where is the UFO here? Please explain.
It was when it was in the overview cam, dude.
I didn't see it. There's a UFO in the sky.
Street lamp is like hanging
It's a street lamp. It's not a UFO.
No, it was the cam I was referring to. Jeez.
I'm sorry, man.
Old guys.
Don't worry, don't worry. Anyway, we saw there. Who won that? I didn't actually see it. It was
CSGL did.
CSGL won
Pay
it.
attention, pal. Like your freaking job.
That's 2 rounds.
You had one job.
Two knife rounds in a row. Dust 2 though, not so important to win the knife round.
It's the least important knife round in the whole game, has to be said. Doesn't matter which side you start on. It's a very balanced map. You could dictate basically on both sides. So yeah, doesn't matter.
Based on preference, and we are now ready to head over to the casters. Thank you so much to my friends on the desk for breaking down what we are potentially about to see. Now though, we will head over to Henry G and Sadakist to get this map.
That was smooth.
Those guys are just
These guys
spot
are
on.
nailing it today.
Yeah, they're great. They're
well
awesome.
then, Matthew Dust 2. This is what I was a little bit worried about for VP. This is famously, I should say historically, their permaban, but it's going to be going straight into the pistol here, no messing around. It's a long push coming from Virtus.pro. All 5 players committed to this push, but it's ZTG coming in up top. 3 kills found, and Taz, only one finding a kill. One will be planted.
And it's so quickly rotated as well. CSGO Lambs, they just push down long. They wrap immediately up mid behind them. VP doesn't even sit to wait for that mid push that's so common on this map. They commit to it so early, and it's just a complete retake. 4 people still up. Kid on Malzino doesn't really matter. They've got time regardless.
There is some logic behind that madness map. We normally discuss that the CTs like to normally push 2 people towards short and push towards top and middle. That's what a lot of teams will do, but Dobry&Gaming there, quite a passive hold on the A side, just locking them down in the crossfires. The bomb does get planted for Virtus.pro. Taz finding the only kill there. It's a pretty simple procedure there for the underdogs. They're going to be 1-0 here. If you're just joining us, it's the second map. It was Mirage first, and VP did come out on top just about, although I have to say, it sounds weird, I think Dobry&Gaming were the better unit, and they lost both pistols and a huge clutch that ultimately gave VP the win, but second round now, VP looking to buy it from the third, so just some PD50s and a deagle here on Taz. He got the bomb down, so he gets the extra $300. And he got a kill as well, so he can definitely justify it, since it's going to be the first kill going in favour of Manise. Takes up the head of Snacks, that's towards middle. And just to finish the point I was making when it started, this is a map where the last time we saw VP play this on LAN was actually Dreamhack Leipzig, and they picked it. It was something we didn't expect to come in, and it was against Astralis. They got absolutely torn apart, and they just didn't seem to understand the basics of the TXQs, how to run the defaults and execute them to the side effectively. And I'll be interested to see whether they've been back home on the drawing board and seeing whether they can actually develop their approach to this. And obviously, with the current veto system we have, you get 2 vetoes here before the picks come in live. So you'd assume like Dust 2, surely they're just going to get rid of that. They've allowed it to kind of sneak in here. And we said they had to win Mirage just to stand a chance in this best of 3. And they've done that. So we'll see how this Dust 2 pans out for them. Going to the third round now. AK-47s across the board for VP. Lack of utility. They have got smoke, which will be deployed towards middle. And looking for that long control once again, trying to bully the CTs off with that map control, but it's Innocent facing again with a flashbang. Both frags coming in there for Pasha. He gets a long control in favour of Virtus.pro now, so let's see whether they commit to this.
Neo refacing at middle, and it's Malzino to win that frag. That gives away the man advantage. Spiro trades with Pasha as they try and cross over along. You can't afford to repeat this. He is being faced down. Got his gun barrel sticking out, but he still finds the kill. One-on-one, low HP, but it's the AWP. And he's trying desperately, Snacks, to bait out the shot. He manages to bypass it. And he'll pick it up. Cameraman doesn't even know where he is because Spiro certainly didn't.
Well, that was very interestingly played by Snacks. It was Pasha that opened things up, coming out those long doors. I remember actually watching this. VP do love the long control. They like to take those spawns and obviously should have the firepower advantage in that third round. Spiro had the AWP, came down to the 1 versus 1 in the end, and we saw Snacks is trying to bait out that shot in the corner. It did actually work in his favour somehow. Some acrobatics working in his favour. And we're going to round number 4. It's going to be Snacks on the AWP this time. There is a force buy from Dobry&Gaming. They've got Scouts, Max 7s, a couple of M4s, and let's see what they can do with this one. Default play so far from VP. They have got 3 players towards the B tunnels and long control as well. So Pasha making his way towards the pit. That's very advantageous for the terrorists. one of the strongest parts of the map to actually have control of. You can see the reaction from the CTs. They're going to be pushing off towards short. That'll be Mihu and Spiro, but only with that max 7 in hand. Spiro will be in a difficult position. Just be holding the tight corner. Pasha, there it is, towards long. Finds the kill on towards a bomb, so that's perfect considering the situation. His teammates will be making their way towards B. Neo opens things up, takes down the kill on towards Maniz. That's a scout player. Desperately trying to retake with the CZ. That's Mouse. And not really much he can do here. Surely a save now for the CZs.
Malzino's going to try and get in a position to catch out Ex-CSGL at the bottom of the CT tunnels. Snacks watching out toward the window as well. Neo down to 7 HP and Spiro. Shotgun. Maybe could find something. Malzino's collected up an M4, so.
Well, yeah, Pasha did commit towards that long area. He's looking for the rotation kills, but you should say Mihu does find the kill. He was on point at that point. And he managed to take him down. Does pick up an AK-47 for his teammate as well, so it's going to be Spiro in towards lower B. Listening out for the footsteps of Neo, but he's made his way towards T-spawn here, so they will be keeping 3 weapons alive, but it's a pretty clean procedure there for BP once again. Now long spawn comes in for Pasha, who takes it, finds the first kill on the site, and opens the floodgates towards the B area. And it's just a replay now of Spiro doing all he can to try and keep that round alive, but it came down to the 1 versus 1 in the end. It was a big one for VP to win. And the money's not going to be too stable here for Dobry&Gaming. Not going to be fully investing into this one, which is surprising considering they have the 2 rifles. Want to try and build the bankroll on future rounds, and Snacks unable to spot any players crossing with the HE grenade, blocking his vision. It's another fast play here. Taz utilising suicide and getting out towards short.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, they got this 3-man A setup, but at this point, they're so quick getting to short that the 3-man is still flashing out to take the aggression at long. There's no one there. They're going to anchor it down, but only have 1 inside of the site. No AWP at car. This isn't the traditional meta, and it's going to cost them because it's going to give up the site. Bialy's got bomb. He'll walk it over. They've got cat control maintained. Neo way out at the top of middle. They can easily plant for cat.
Yeah, this is the CTs trying to react to what they've been feeling in the last few rounds.
Save again.
Yeah, they sent 3 players towards long to try and battle those spawns that BP have been utilising, but this time, like you said, doesn't work out for them. The rotation comes, and Mihu was dropped. He had the AK. That's fallen now. The bomb has been planted. They will be trying to save the M4 and Max 7 they've got. Spiro with head armor as well. And 1 player towards T-spawn. That will be Maniz with the PT-50. Maybe able to get the drop on towards Neo the Galil, but he's ready for him. Takes him down. And it's another round going in favour of VP 3-2 now. And it's quite quick rounds here. They're happy just to get down suicide, controlling the money right now. They know the AWP wasn't a possibility, so it's good calls. Innocent finds a kill on towards Neo, but it's looking like all he'll find is he's taken down by Pasha. And now surviving towards that pit area. So 2 kills obtained, but Orb still in the hands of Snack. So we'll see what kind of money the CTs have going into this one. Once again, no AWP. That's where Spiro is his most deadly. He'll be stuck on towards the Mag 7, but he's got residual cash. He's got 2,300 left over after the reinvestment into grenades. So going forward, he should be able to bring out the Orb next round if they can win this one. Let's see what kind of play they go for. If they go for something a little bit more aggressive, sending 3 players towards long once again, it seems. And that's where VP will be challenging as well.
Yeah, this time there will be a challenge, so it's a reward. But that smoke out on the corner means it's going to be a full commitment. Innocent's trying to use the ledge to get around that. He gets caught out, and they win both those exchanges. The aggressive catwalk play, though, from Spiro. Shotgun kill, switches over to the rifle. Now he can try and hold this off with a little bit of smoke. Nades, they'll give up the ramp, but they'll play close proximity and likely go for the elevator boost to get a second man on the site. Instead, Maniz is going to fight through, though. As Bialy goes down, it's a good refrag from Pasha. Slight gap in the smoke, no one spotting it. Taz able to get across. Bomb will go down. And this is okay, so this is actually LG style outside boost to try and catch off the man in behind the box. It works. Pasha drops. And Taz, he knows they're out there, but can't really do much of it. Smart Molotov, but there's already 1 player gone by it. He's going to commit to the face against Maniz. Doesn't even matter because Snacks has Malzino. So he won't get flanked out, and it will go the way of Virtus.pro.
Just swarming that long area. There's smoke on the corner. That takes away vision from the CTs. You saw them trying to retake that. They wanted to challenge it and find that initial kill, but it's VP coming out on top on the first trades. And then just bullying their way towards the A side. It was a nice idea for the retake from the CTs. Boosting up, finding that first kill on towards Taz, but just not enough to actually hold on to. And there it is through the door. Snacks takes down Maniz, 5 and 4 now. And they didn't really invest too much into this round. This will be pistol, so looks like they will just be committing. Well, not going to be committing. The smoke's just coming out. I don't think the CTs will have a smoke in this round, but just using it to delay Virtus.pro at this point. You can see Bialy patrolling that mid area, waiting for Mihu to rotate from spawn. Should be getting the kill here. There it is. Comes in. Now it will be a 5-on-3. At this point, Virtus.pro is waiting for that smoke to dissipate, and they'll make the next move.
Malzino, though, good positioning. Only able to pick up one with that CZ as he steps out and tries to find Taz as well, but Bialy's got Innocent at mid. This is going to give up the B site.
Well, it's the next round that gets interesting. That's when Spiro will get the AWP and Snacks will finally have a challenge. You saw it in the early stages of this map, but got completely locked down with that fast play. VP haven't had to work too hard in terms of the default so far, and there it is. The final kill comes out from Bialy. He takes down Spiro. And as I said, I think there's a double ult potential here.
There may be. We don't know yet.
I'd like to see something quite assertive from Dorby&Gaming here. Maybe boosting up the ult towards shore. Look at that first pick. Let's get their confidence levels rising. Long's been a massive problem for them so far, but there it is. Yeah, the double orb setup comes out. It's going to be Meniz and Spiro. 3 players towards Long at the start, but no heavy aggression from the Terrors this time. This is the default. This is where we said they were lacking in terms of their execution, and last time I saw them play this map, I wasn't impressed at all, but mid's going to be left open for the CTs. That will allow Taz just to walk out here. More than happy to do it. No confrontation so far. There is a player towards CD spawn now. That'll be Mihu.
Smoke's going to go out late, though. That's going to limit his vision. Even the box is going to be a late call at this, but he pushes through instead. That's smart. Waits for the flash to come out from B and takes the advantage to touch down on the Taz. He's still alive as well. As Meniz takes down Neo. That's the mid approach gone, but they have gone outside of the B site because they can't fight alone. Meniz has to give up the position, which will allow a plant from Virtus.pro. Look how fast this rotation is toward the tunnel. Snacks is going to catch off Mihu, but it's 3 at the window. So go in with brute force. That was gifted. Spiro just sits there and finds Pasha through the crack in the boxes. And now it's just Bialy left standing. Spiro's going to try and find his way in. It's Closet he'll play from. Spray control, a little bit lost as he only connects. The first on Innocent. Diffuse comes in. Full 10 seconds, doesn't matter. They've got a kid on Meniz anyway.
Yeah, had the chance of that Crim-style spray down in that corner, but it's going to be working out for him. And finally, Dobry&Gaming do win one of the full gun rounds here. The double upset are working in their favor. It was that slow mid control from VP going through. And the retake, though, from CSGL do manage to find the initial kills. The bomb site was lost, but the retake was strong. Spiro with that shot with the box to open things up, and then they stuck together and made sure one flash went over, and they're facing at the same time. Bialy unable to hold on, but it's still a full buy coming from VP this time. Orp on Snacks, and chance for a reset here, so Dobry&Gaming needs to be very careful indeed. Smoke goes in towards the Xbox area, takes away the vision from the CTs towards short, so that allows them to get up here. No players towards the tunnels whatsoever. It looks like a full A attack will be coming in momentarily. As I said, when he's unable to spot it, you'd assume that the setup will adjust for the CTs here. Yeah, they're going to be getting onto the bomb site. Double orb setup, so we'll see whether the Orb of Spiro can hold them off here. Smoke comes in and there's going to be Innocent. First confrontation. He's going to be dropping to the hands of Bialy, and that makes things very difficult now for the players on the bomb site. What a shot from Bialy in the pit!
That is so sick. That is so sick as Spiro goes down on the site. Mihu manages to get 2 from that position. It's not often easily achieved from inside of that little cranny that exists on the ramp, but that brings it back slightly closer. They still don't have position to deny this bomb plant, though. Neo going to try and hold off toward Catwalk, and they know exactly where the AWP is. Meniz is going to try desperately to get away from this. Neo's going to chase, and he just gets there before the op is redrawn.
That's such a textbook round from VP there. Getting one player out towards Long. As long as he wins that one-on-one duel at the corner, it's so difficult for the CTs at that stage. They're stuck on the bomb site, looking towards short. They have no control of that situation. They have no control to push back. And it's Bialy. What a tremendous shot from the pit to take down the AWP of Spiro. And what can he really do when he's hitting this kind of rails across the map? It's going to be surely a full reset here. I'm not sure what kind of buy the CTs are bringing to it. Not much. Just PT50 is going to be a B rush here. And they'll try and hold them off with all they can. But it's just a headshot from Meniz. That's all they'll get. Takes Bialy down to 5 HP. And that's the round over. Once you lost the site like this, and you've got nothing to retake it with, smoked out. All you can hope for is some exit kills potentially. Going to be Molotov out towards window as well. Very strong stuff from VP so far.
Mouse can't find his way through. Aggression back towards CT as they try and pursue that AWP that's in the hands of Neo, but he's fended them off wisely. Spiro's just going to get away with this AK-47. That's their best hope into the next round as Neo finds Mihu. They can't get the AWP either. So Virtus.pro's going to find themselves onto a 7-3 scoreline as we'll move on to round 11. And CSGO Lounge, despite getting pistol, have struggled. Not only that, 5 rounds, 1 away, and 2 now going against them. They're only going to be getting a mere $1,900 in this.
Yeah, this is problematic now. After winning that pistol, they lost 5 rounds in a row, and finally the double up setup works out for them, but the full reset comes in after a fantastic display from Bialy. This round, they do manage to pick up an AK-47, so that does boost their chances going into this one. They will be buying, which is interesting. Definitely no AWP, but they have got the AK, so some grenades in the kit purchase on minis. But it's a double AWP set up for the terrorists. We normally sometimes see this come out when they really are rolling, and they'll see whether they can get anything through the door here. Snacks and Neo both will be facing, but smoked out. And it's 3 players towards long once again for the CTs. Smoke towards the corner. Let's see if they can do anything with this.
Let's see if these pick strat. Oh, that works out well. Minis, they walk through. 2 of the 3 rifles gone. Good refrag from Snacks, because they need to find these picks. DWP.
Will be Arnie now. 1 versus 1. This kill means everything. Is going to be Mihu coming out on top. That should be the round secured at this point. It's just the AWP remaining for Virtus.pro. And Spiro playing this very cleverly indeed. Not giving anything over. I think he may have been spotted. He hasn't. Good play behind the barrel. Means the terrorist has to fully commit before he's spotted. And now, just poor old Neo towards long. Surely going to be taken down here. Good shot from Mihu to finish things off. 7-4. And it was a difficult round for them, but they do manage to pick up an AWP and stabilize things there slightly.
That's the big thing, is stabilization, because the half was getting out of control. We often talk about it, CT side, if you get reset mid-half, it's hard to build up money. It's hard to really get back into the economic game. It can easily become a 7-round spread when you split the difference with 1 in the middle, but still money on this Virtus.pro side. They're going to bust out long again. Smoke on the corner. Mihu is searching for the frag, but Taz is going to push through. The smoke flash from his teammate gives him the positions, finds Mihu inside of the pit as well. He's done all the work required, so refrags are needed. Ground to stand on required. They've got some real estate back as Maniz gets back through middle. And a flash out's going to delay them a little bit. This will give Spiro a bit of a chance to get toward quad.
Yeah, good reactions from the CT so far. That should be a guaranteed kill. There it is. Spiro taking down Pasha. 3-on-2 now for the CTs. Not really much a terrorist can do. He has to bomb down. They're going to be aware, but Snacks coming in the back. This is going to be a very important kill indeed. He can't land it, and there it is. Dobry&Gaming coming out on top. 3 players surviving as well. Money not broken quite for the terrorists just yet, but still promising. And as they are more than willing to challenge the kills towards long now. And that's what they needed to do, challenge the kills, but at the same time they react on the map. We saw them pushing up towards middle there and finding the kills in return and gaining real estate, as you said. So,
and that little flashbang as well to get Spiro into a better position, a better angle. It's very, very smart.
Well, it's going to be 4 AKs and the Deagle. No AWP this time for Virtus.pro. Been relying on the spawns here, which is absolutely fine. It's one of the few maps in CSGO where you can rely on those good long spawns to try and get you out there and have the drop on the CTs, but focusing towards middle this time. Maniz does spot some action, decides to fall back towards the B doors here, but the VP wanting to take on the player in CT spawn. That would be Mihu.
Tense moments as we see both Mihu and at the top of the ramp on the other side, Maniz trying to set the crossfire, and it works out perfectly. 3 kills go their way, Mihu with 2. Taz tries to get back into Maniz and even it back up, but he's lost as well. 4 kills between the two. When there was 4 players to walk through the door, it looked like it was going to be a disadvantage situation when we saw it. On that bird's eye perspective, it goes the other way. Innocent closing it, and now they've got control. Now they're definitely back into the game.
Yeah, great teamwork there. Utilizing the players they had towards CT spawn and B. Flashbang comes in, Mihu capitalizes and actually takes 2 down. And at this point, there's not many defaults coming in from VP so far. Just trying to shove all in every scenario. This time they just push through the mid doors with 4 players, and it's Mihu who takes them all down. And this is going to be the first eco I can remember in a long time of VP. 7-6. Dobry&Gaming looking to tie things up here, but once again, Bialy making his way out towards long. He's by himself, lots of his teammates towards short, and he's hiding behind that smoke, and Innocent might not be aware of this one. Mihu about to be challenged, gets a first kill, nice shot from him, headshot from the M4, there it is, Bialy makes his hand show, and he doesn't manage to land a shot towards long. It's going to be the round over, very solid stuff there. Dropping 2 frags, but no bomb planted for VP, that doesn't help boost their economy going into the last. And we come down to round number 15, it's been a very fast half, Matt. Lots of spawn-based play. When you watch a team like Luminosity or Navi play this map, they'll actually slow things right down, try and work the picks, allow their big players in terms of like Guardian or Fallen, try and work something, then they'll go into an execute. We'll see those drop-down smokes and all sorts going on. This is as VP just taking advantage of every spawn they get and just, they're walking through middle or rushing B. This time though, 3 players towards, make it 4 towards the top of middle. Smoke towards Xbox, and they once again just be sticking together and keeping things simple.
Maniz is trying to find the chance shot through the smoke onto Catwalk, but they've already bypassed it with the Xbox smoke. Bomb right now in the hands of Bialy. On the site itself, you've got both Mihu now coming up the A ramp. to sit at Goose and play in cahoots with Spiro on the AWP. So Spiro's going to play in behind the boxes, try and get shots, but it's not even going to go that direction. It doesn't even matter. It's going to go back toward mid. Miniz is going to get taken down by Snacks. Now it's going to be the mid split on to B. Late push through the tunnels doesn't matter. They've already found Mauzino, and that's going to give up B site. Quick rotations through mid, though. Neo needs to be careful. He's spotted up, so they have the information he's there on the inside of that smoke. Innocent's going to try and do damage with the nade to help his teammates come through.
Yeah, Neo knows they're coming as well. He needs to decide where he's going to push, but doesn't do anything with it. He drops, and now it's a 3-on-3 with Snacks coming out on top there. AWP from the window. Going to be taking down Spiro. Huge advantage now for the terrorist, and he looks like, oh, okay, Mihu, great shot with the M4. Now it comes down to the 2-on-2.
And he does, try to get that flash in. Bialy dodges it perfectly as it lands behind him. That was an awkward one to try and dodge because it almost landed on top of him. That's going to close it out as Taz gets the kill. 8-7 Virtus.pro do maintain a 1-round lead, but a very good charge back through the middle parts of that first section of this game. Map 2, Dust 2, and now we swap it over. Remember, though, although this is a very, very different map style,
yes,
there has been a lot of problems for the T side of Dobry&Gaming.
I agree.
It's not as execution-based.
Of course, it's all about just gaining control of the map, pushing the CTs back. It's quite simple. Most teams play it the exact same way. Not like VP, I have to say. That's one of the fastest half of Counter-Strike I think we've ever casted. Felt like it was only about 5 minutes long, but still, we go into the second half pistol here. It's going to be Dorby&Gaming, 4 sets of armor, and a Molotov and a smoke on Miniz. Waiting for that aggression with the CTs, but a very default round from VP. Going to be smoking off towards Suicide, in fact. That's an interesting one. And they've actually got 4 players in the B side map. This could be something a little bit special here, trying to gain control. And unfortunately for them, Dobry&Gaming committing towards short with the bomb. We have got Neo waiting for them, though. If he can land a shot, that does buy them some time, but unfortunately he'll be pushed off the bomb site. There's going to be someone waiting for him as well in the form of Innocent. He takes him down, and now it's going to be Virtus.pro on the retake here. Controlling lower B, they find Mouse, but still a lot of work to do here. No kits as well.
Bialy. Oh, good shot. Does find Mihu with the pistol. That's going to give them the man advantage, but look at Innocent's rotation. He's already in behind them. If Spiro can buy them some space, not to mention you've also got Miniz on this Goose position. This could be a perfectly timed flank from Innocent. They've dropped down, trying to separate themselves, but here's the flank. The taps from Innocent still. A little bit of ammo left. Has to go for the reload. I think he had about 5 bullets left. He's on to 12 with 8 left over.
Okay.
Taz hits it, though. They're going to get immediately on the defuse.
He's got that as well. Great retake there from VP. Very unorthodox setup. So they put the smoke down towards Suicide. That's just to take away the vision with the terrorists, I guess, and deny them knowing that 4 players have gone towards that B side. It's just Neo there. And I said he had to find 1 kill just to allow enough time for his teammates to make that push towards the B tunnels be effective, but he drops and they still make it work. They react straight away, find the killing towards lower B, and stick that 4-man unit and just swarm the bomb site. 1 player towards short to defend the bomb, and Taz just takes him down. And BP winning the pistol here, 9-7. Obviously no force buy from Dobry&Gaming. He'll be going with AKs on the third. It's going to be 2 rifles here. Virtus.pro, 2 SMGs and 1 shotgun on Pasha. He presumably will be towards, there it is, towards that city spawn area, looking for the first shot. Does a lot of damage here. Surely won't be facing again as he takes a ton of pain himself. And Mihu finding 2 kills at a P250.
That's not too bad, considering that Innocence followed that up with Pasha. It got a little bit awkward when they tried to fade away. Oh, the Glock from that position. I mean, that crosshair placement was perfect, but you're just so desperate because you know against armor it can't do much. Regardless, though, they have brought this down to a 1 versus 2. Taz knows the bomb's planted, he overlooks it. That nearly cost him. He's down on 16 HP. He has to win this duel. It's 20 HP the other direction, so the pistol may not actually matter in this case. Glock jumps up and he's going to fall back down. Taz does not have a kit. It's a full 10-second defuse, which means Miniz is actually buying time in this opportunity. Taz knows he's rotated around, but can't find it. What a shot as he gets the UMP, and it's going to go the other direction in the round.
Not even a force buy. VP struggling to hold the A side there, and that 1v1. Balls are still required there. The Iceman Miniz making his way towards the A ramp, and the UMP lands that shot on towards Taz. He went for the fake defuse. Didn't panic, just made his way towards the A ramp and hit the shot through the box. Great stuff there. And it's going to be VP on the hard eco now. CZ's 5-7, that's about all they've got. Decent grenade comes in towards the long tunnel. So a bit of damage there, and somehow Neo finding that kill with the 5-7. Hungry for more, but can't find it. Miniz takes him down. And it's at the Passion now, lurking in that smoke.
Miniz is going to try and wide peek this out toward the pit and actually commits to dropping right in it. Dinked up, down to 10 HP. Mauzino's got to come over and give him a hand. Molotov is going to force Bialy to peek, and thankfully Mihu's there because the reload came in. It's 2 HP and 10 HP for both Mauzino and Miniz respectively, but Mihu and Spiro in better spirits are not really going to be an easy task for Taz, 1 versus 4.
Indeed, I would say that's a very difficult one for him, but 5-7, who knows? Spiro will be spotting him towards those mid-doors, but lands a shot, holds his nerve, and 4 players surviving. 4 Dobry&Gaming here, 9-9, and the CTs will be on another eco here, so just USPs. 1 smoke purchase for Snack, sorry, so they could smoke towards the mid-doors, do maybe a 5-man stack towards the B side, and then push in and hope it's a B rush. That's one option, I guess. There's not really many. There's the smoke. 3 players actually crossing before the smoke blooms. So, oh, okay, it's the old bait and switch in, Mads. So you cross over, allow them to see you, and then you go back towards A. That's an interesting idea.
It's clever, but we'll see if it pays off. Right now, it seems the aggression's going to go out mid regardless. Maniz takes down Pasha. But there's still a bit of action toward this catwalk position. The hard part is these pistols from range. Playing behind this barrel's position is very smart from Snacks, because with the pistol, the barrel is going to absorb all of the bullets. Nice shot from Mihu back down. A second one as well into Snacks.
Tap, tap, taparoo. Gets 2 kills onto the A side with that AK-47. And that's going to be the round over as well. Miju gets his 3rd kill of the round. So, like I said, an interesting approach FMVP. Smoke down, allow them to see cross. Like you're almost saying, like, oh, we mistimed it. But then you run back towards the A side and surprise, surprise, there's 4 players waiting for the terrorists on the A side. Snacks picked up the first kill with the USP, but that's all they get. Mihu coming in from long. Hits 3 kills. It's going to be 10-9. 10k as well for Maniz. They're getting a ton of cash here. Looking very promising going into round number 20. They're going to be sending all 5 players towards the B tunnels. It's going to be a very simple play. A lot of teams, especially the French sides, like to just do 1 smoke in front of the tunnels and just walk into the site and see what kind of reaction they get from the CTs. And that's pretty much all they can really do here. They've lost control of the map. They have no idea whether they've got players pushing up towards middle or long, so they really do have to commit to this.
Shot in from Snacks is going to catch them off to start this. And Taz smartly sees that flash coming, dodges it, gets his vision fully intact to take down Malzino. He's got the second on it. Innocent traded finally by Spiro, but it's just he that remains. 1 versus 4, Virtus.pro looking to claw around back now that guns are drawn. This will go back potentially here if this doesn't have any more tales of fate to turn, but there it is, jumping over. Everyone's swarming him to 10-10, and that's going to make us, I mean, an interesting proposition considering it was an eco win and a real chance for Dobry to pull away, but not winning that gun round. It's going to be a heads-up brawl. Remember, we do know they have a lot of money, though. That 10k situation, if they can win this next one, it could actually still be to the detriment of VP.
A lot of teams will do that, Matt. It's not at the end of the world. It's the first gun round. They're trying to mix things up, something a little bit out there, just walking straight into B and seeing whether you can lock down potentially a low-ball CT. But it's Snacks, though, facing aggressively. Takes down Spiro, though. Knew he'd drop down towards Suicide and gets him. So 5-4 early in the stages of round number 21. Looks like he wants more here, maybe facing towards lower B. Smokes himself in. No one going to be there for now. Just going to be Mouse waiting those B tunnels for any sort of reaction from the CTs here. But they're looking very aggressive indeed. CTs don't want to fall back and just another terrorist threat queue, even though they have the man advantage.
Flashbang goes through. Mihu going to round the corner.
There he is.
I don't know if anyone can hear that or not, but that is what a grown man with long hair sounds like when he laughs. Just Paula losing his mind up there over something.
Every cast, we have to have him involved somehow.
I don't know if it's picked up or not.
Anyway.
But if it is, that's what it is.
5-4 now. Terrorist biding the time, looking for the pick here. Maniz with the AWP, trying to do what he can. He's going towards shorts, and he's got the bomb as well. They probably want to swap that over. Looking for potential long. Oh no, let me join him. This one will come towards short. I was going to say a long and short split. They maybe just be executing to the side. Smoke towards CD spawn and trying to take the vision away from the CT. You didn't see any of this from VP. And here comes the play right now. Molotov's onto the sides.
Won't matter though for Neo. He's already behind that Molotov. No smoke off towards CT though. He has to consider both positions. Fast reload. That's going to catch him out. Miyu's already on top of him. Doesn't even go for the pistol switch in that case. Pasha
wasn't even aiming
through the smoke. It's right. It was a completely stray bullet. Innocent gets him back for it though, and he's controlled it down to the taps, but he's so low. 4 HP, bomb drop. Rather take that back. They did get the plant in, so he still has a 1-on-2, but he's going to get aggressive on this. Yeah, surely he can't pull this off with 4 HP. And there it is.
4 HP, like you said. He just had to do something with that. Hope he could maybe get a double spray down, and I hope they weren't together at that point, but it's going to be VP coming out on top, and that shot from Pasha, just shooting into the smoke, it was a complete stray bullet. Wasn't even aiming anywhere near him. And there it is though, VP bouncing back. After Snacks getting that initial kill towards Suicide. Aggressive, of course. And Spiro, who was, I have to say, he's actually the MVP of Mirage for me. He actually top fragged and ended up, I think it was 27 AWP kills. Well, 27 kills in general. It was actually 20 all kills, I think. But anyway, impressive stats nonetheless. Snax looking for that next kill. There is a player towards suicide, but he'll be waiting for the shot to be baited out. It's actually faster play now. And it's a boost out from Pasha. He's going for the initial aggression. Finds a kill on towards Mihu. Can fall back here, but Snax is committed with the USP. What is this?
Just waiting in that smoke. They're going to come back around. The Molotovs, if Pasha had been able to spray down a little bit more controlled, it would have been brilliant to start it off. They still have the control. They're still going to push out. They're still going to take the fight. It's down to just Minis and Innocent, both with AKs. But what can AKs do with smoke everywhere? You have no idea where Virtus.pro is, and the bomb's down. They completely overtake middle.
Well,
2-round lead now as well on this Dust 2 map that we said was going to be awkward for them.
Those are my favorite kind of CT rounds, though, when you're actually playing on the offense and you're locking down the terrorists while they haven't even a chance to execute it. It's really exciting stuff to watch there, and it's Snax and Neo just pushing in, using the flashbangs effectively and just locking down the terrorists at every single angle there. Now VPR firing on all cylinders. It's Pasha, look at this. Even though he knows Eriko, he just wants to take the battle towards him. It's been a storyline of the second half. Gets the first kill. Takes down Spiro. Innocent waiting in T-spawn here. Oh, okay.
That's lovely.
That works. That certainly helps him out.
And that was the problem. If he had hit that sooner when Pasha was exposed, it was a problem, but he had to get the crosshair placement down. Does pull it back to 4 versus 4. Bialy's going to play off in mid, but they're going to fall away from this. They can't afford to give up another kill against the Nico because they've already got one gun now, and AK picked up on Mihu.
Well, then, they don't have much to work with in terms of utility. There's one smoke on Innocent and the AK for Mihu. Going to be trying to gain control of some part of the map. They still have tons of time to work with. Problem is, Neo is waiting for them on shore.
Could you imagine if Tai Lu played CSGO Lounge? Nobody. Mihu. Oh, no one in Mihu. Mihu? No one? Mihu?
Somebody?
Somebody? Invitational. Mihu does take Bialy. No, somebody's not Invitational.
Anyway.
I can't even remember anymore.
It was a good point to start with.
And then we lost the plot. Either way, someone who's definitely not lost the plot. 2 kills this round for Mihu, very important ones as well, as Virtus.pro is already 2 rounds in the lead at 12. But Neo's in a good position behind the stairs. It's not often checked anymore. Misses the shot. Mihu's got the 3rd. Now they've got to walk into the A site, and Snax is left alone. B site, save the AWP.
They didn't really have much to work with in this round. Just working around as that tight little unit, and all of a sudden, it's Mihu finding 3 frags. A very talented individual, very skilled indeed. Great aimer, especially with the AK-47. And it's just going to be Snax now. Gets the first kill, but I think that's all he'll be getting here. His position exposed and hoping he can do some economical damage here towards Dobry&Gaming. And he's hitting everything so far, but surely won't get anything more out of this. He's going to be finding Mountain lower B. Gets the shot on towards him with the USP. Won't be winning the round, but still. Very exciting stuff from him.
HP versus 3, though, in the end of this, and then Snax can't do much, like you say.
Yeah.
Just imagine the proposition, though, if he had a little bit more time, but he saves the AWP. That's the main thing.
12-11, and that's a fantastic round for Dobry&Gaming to pick up after losing the first pick. It looked like we saw that aggression coming from Pasha at the start, towards the top and middle. Thought it was the round over, but you know what? Those ones can slip away if you give them an opportunity.
Certainly can, and they certainly have.
Okay then, 12-11. Just a single orb setup so far for VP. Not going to be sneaking in the secondary one, but still, times are tight. This will be a round that resets him and a chance for Dobry&Gaming to capitalize here. Spiro back on the AWP. Default stance for now. 3 players towards top and middle, 2 towards the tunnels. And they seem like more of an execution-based team. They're not kind of the mid-round call, let's just walk out middle, let's just take long. They will be trying to do the full execute here. Bialy in the AZ boost. It's for
Snax still in mid, though, so they're really, with the AWP there in mid, they're expecting this to be a B push.
Yeah, there is. He's going to go for the first shot. He can either fall back towards A or back up in B, and then if it is a mid-split, they've got that boost in TD spawn. They can look over the smoke. And Snax hoping he can get something out of that. Decent nade towards Minis. Does quite substantial damage. Takes him down to 64 HP.
Smoke on Xbox in the door as well. There was no chance for Snax to try and peer through.
Agreed. Well, they have got short control now. And they still have smokes remaining. So most teams on the execute, smoke towards spawn, smoke on the catwalk, drop 2 players down, flashbangs go over. You want to keep pumping the flashbangs, even if you're flashing your own teammates, just to make sure they can't be locked down by the AWP from the corner. And Snax this round, he will be on that car position, so that would be perfect at this point. But for now, they can buy their time, don't need to overcommit to any sort of situation. And ask Spiro to spot out towards the bomb site area, and here comes the play. So there's the first smoke towards the catwalk, there's one towards spawn. They're actually focusing towards middle here. So this is the old switcheroo Mihu flashing over, and they're looking for that first pick, and they get it as well. Bialy drops.
Knees on this entry. This is what you said, a reset potential. They have to prevail. Taz can't transfer it fast enough. He gets one and drops the bomb in the site, but the site's already occupied. That makes no difference. Neo does get Mihu back, keeps him in 3 versus 3. Yeah, they still have a long way to go just to get to the site.
This is.
Are they already committing to give this up? Because
I think
Neo's gone back. Yeah, this is going to be a save.
It's a really nice play from Dobry&Gaming. That's good to show you the other side of the coin when you do have a more execute-based methodology.
This could be a problem for Pasha.
You have some great fakes coming in there. The executes, you can use them to actually get onto the side, and you can use them like that just to hold CTs on that A area, take away a lot of vision, makes rotating very difficult once they smoke to place as well. They go through middle together and take that first frag and get control of the B site, and it just leaves VP, even though it was a 3-on-3, they were so far removed in the situation, they couldn't even consider going for that one. They will save an AWP and Snacks and Neo the M4, but that third player drops, and CSGL do tie things up here. 12-12. It's going to go right down to the wire map.
So the early save will allow the Force. This time, truly, it is the end of the road. The bottom of the bank from Virtus.pro. Good shot from Spiro. Snacks gets caught in the open despite the flash coming through, and Snacks can't get the face. That was the intention. They really wanted that flash to catch out Spiro, and then give Snacks the angle to hold rather than have to peek it. Bialy's going to wait behind the door. They want out.
Oh, yes.
And they're going to go. That's a gift. That's one back. They know he's here now. They can't commit to it. They're doing battle against 2. One is a ghost. There's actually not a player off on the left side of middle, despite them putting some attention on it. Good face from Maniz, though.
Just from Bialy, thought it was safe to put up the smoke and right-click in front of those doors. Maniz faces at the right time and gives his team the man advantage there. Spiro looking for the next pick. Taz waiting on that off angle, hoping he can get the drop on Spiro here, but taking this hold up at this point. It's the CTs that need to make the next move. They've got nothing ready to work with. No AWP available. 2 smokes, 1 defuse kit, and Taz isolated in that B site. They have no real idea as to what's going on. That's what Spiro's waiting for, but he doesn't hit the shot. That gives VP a window here.
Absolute window, and they might pry it open. Pasha just spots Michu's head at the last second. Michu doesn't know he's there. He jumps up and he goes down immediately. Couldn't land the shot, despite Pasha not nailing it on the first approach either. It's down to 36 for he, as they'll fall away. Malzino coming up long, though. And they are going to get this site regardless, as Pasha's forced to go a little bit more passive, but they'll play for the retake. That's the intention. Let the rotations come in and don't let Pasha overextend and go down, forcing it back to a 2 versus 2. Smoke out at the top of the ramp.
Terrorists separated at this point.
Smart positioning it long as well, because Malzino's there. Neo wasn't really anticipating that. Now they've got pit covered off. It's not really planted for that position, but they know that they have to cross over. They can boost 1 at the most, and Taz, he's going to be the one that goes up. They catch it off. It's Pasha down, and Taz has to hit the shot. Does manage the first. This forces the player from pit out. Smoke on it. No kit, though. It's 10 seconds he has to try and land this. Malzino can't find it. He's done so much damage. It's 1 more bullet, but he's still aiming off to the side. Is Taz going to pull this off? 3, 2, he's got the 10-second defuse in the smoke. And Virtus.pro avoid the reset and the kill for insult to injury.
Those moments are so frustrating. You know exactly what he's up to. It's a full second defuse there. Surely wasn't going to get away with it, and you're left with a red face in those moments. You feel like, I have to find him. I know exactly what he's up to, but if you don't land the first 5 or 6 shots, you start panicking, you start moving your aim around wildly, and it's VP somehow winning that situation. And Bialy now not messing around in round number 26. He'll be finding the first 2 kills here. It's VP coming down to a 5-on-3. It was Dobry&Gaming trying to utilize their spawn for the first time in the second half here. We have got the lead 13-12. What an exciting finish to the last.
And 2 kills to start it off for Virtus.pro. So good. Again, the money's so tight. A situation where Go Lounge could have taken control late on this T side. They still do manage to get 1 back on Neo. Good flashbang through, and they're looking for Pasha. They know there was 2 at this long position.
Yeah, this is VP almost throwing the situation away. Why is Neo stood in the open like that? He's got nowhere to go. He does get flashed, but what a shot from Pasha. Takes down Mouse. Gives him a taste of his own medicine. And still a huge advantage here. Snacks in a great position there, but Spiro finds him. Just so back and forth it. Still, VP do have the advantage still, and we're going to be going into the 1-minute mark. Smokes towards City Spawn is trying to bait the play towards mid and B, but you can see that we have got Taz pushing into the tunnels. He's just eradicating that.
Desperate. Go Lounge wants this run so badly after the last one slips away. they get that much closer on the kill from Innocent. Bomb gets planted, and Viali will go toward Elevator. There's going to be a rotation coming in from Long, but it's Catwalk, which resides the form of Spiro. He's going to have to hold on strong as well with this AWP as Taz gets the kill. They still haven't spotted Viali, but he's also in the same direction, so Spiro doesn't need to watch his back in this. Flash out's going to buy a little bit more space. A little bit of team damage there. Miscommunication. Taz is low, so that's a bit of an issue. They're going to get on top of this. Taz has to hold the angle. The AWP, it's not aggressive, and Taz is going to catch him. It's going to go to 14 rounds for VP.
Decent flashes there, making things uncomfortable with Spiro. The bomb was planted for him, but just couldn't find that shot there. They're making sure they're fake defusing, facing at the same time, both inflicting damage, is making it almost impossible at that stage. They managed to win that very crucial round there. Would have been a reset right back again. But there it is, VP coming out on top here. 2-round advantage, 14-12. And the money getting tight now for Dobry&Gaming. See a scout on Spiro, 4 AKs and 3 smokes, no Molotovs. Going for the face, there it is. Controlling the money situation, they're not stopping here. Want to get this kill towards the top of middle, and Neo's going to find Mihu. He's got his knife out, he doesn't know what's going on, but Mouse does find a kill in return. Could it be 2?
And he does find Neo, though. It's a chance, but only a chance. 10 HP and 2 HP for Malzino. And the knees bomb down Pasha in control. This is going to go to series point for Virtus.pro. And CSGO Lounge may have to fight off against Na'Vi, a rematch. Remember, they did win that game the first time through to start off this tournament. But it's a Na'Vi that's awoken slightly throughout this tournament overall.
Wow.
Virtus.pro on Dust, too, are going to find themselves there first on this map point. Op out, Snacks is going to be the one to wield it. Tech-9s only as well.
I love that round from VP, just relentless, even though they find the first kill, just pushing up towards the top of middle, and just showing Dobry&Gaming they don't have an inch in this round. Tech-9s across the board, going to be pushing through. Grenades there, taking a ton of damage in the process. They have got a smoke on the corner there. It does give them that position, but VP are going to be aware. Well, they decide to push any other part of the map here, and it's in towards short. But he has got 2 CDs waiting for him.
Smokes out. Neo around the corner. Can't find the shot, line it up. It's in behind the stairwell as well, but this does give him a forward stance at least. They have got long controlled now as well, though. That's the thing. They've won this long position with these Tech-9s, and all they need is trades to get forward. If they can start to control both positions, they might get the bomb down. That's not going to happen. It's denied. Pasha with the kill on Maniz. It's on to Spiro. He's shot by Snacks. 16-12. Virtus.pro 2-0. They'll be straight through to the grand final tomorrow evening.
You're absolutely right. Dobry&Gaming going the lower bracket decided game against Na'Vi. When things do not get any easier, a great performance there from VP. It looked troublesome on Mirage, but so confident on Dust 2. The CT side especially, this relentless aggression, pushing at every opportunity. The T side was no different as well. A very fast-paced game, one of the quickest Dust 2 halves we've ever seen. And Snacks, you have to say, great performance from him. So many clutches going in favor of VP as well. A valiant effort from the underdogs, but it wasn't quite enough.
And Taz with that 10-second defuse.
What was that?
A 1 bullet miss. They couldn't find the shot.
He was, what, like 10 HP as well? Just 1 bullet?
27 to be exact.
But still with an AK, that would have taken
exactly,
out.
in red. And that was the break point. That was the economy gone, and a chance for CSGO Lounge to not only pick up number 13, but potentially number 14. And then you've got a game on your hands as the CTs try and clamber back into things. But they're in the grand final. CSGO Lounge at Dobry&Gaming have had a very good tournament. They still have to go against Na'Vi, a rematch. Remember, they did win that game the first time by, so there is a chance that it could happen again in the lower bracket.
They did beat Na'Vi already, so, but the thing is, that was when Na'Vi were looking very weak indeed. No one was really showing up. None of the big players had arrived. Like Zeus was looking poor, Guardian was quiet. But slowly as this tournament progresses, they're getting back to the Na'Vi form. That's the problem now. And that's I wouldn't say a crushing defeat, but that first map, I really do think Dobry&Gaming should have taken it. I felt like they were the stronger unit. They were presenting very good structured halves, and it was both pistols going against them, and that clutch from Pasha as well. That really did reset their money and ultimately losing the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's heartbreaking in so many ways. And I mean, Pasha on the first map as well, CT side off. That was the best AWPing we've seen from him in a long, long time. So exciting to see that. It was revitalization in a lot of ways. They've got the grand final. We're going to take a break, then join into the analyst desk for the last time this evening. We see you tomorrow. Lower bracket final, Na'Vi versus Dobry&Gaming. And the winner of that will play Virtus.pro. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. But don't forget to join Paula at the desk.
VP beat Dobry and save us from burning the midnight oil. That was a nice, clean victory from them. Not completely dominating, but pretty good all round.
Yeah, I mean, one of the key things for me was that Pasha finally showed a bit of confidence again and made these kind of...
YOLO.
Yeah, I was just going to say, not necessarily clever plays, but I guess you can just address it as YOLO plays as well. I mean, same, potato. I mean, it's just great to see that he's performing. And, I mean, you can't even say that it's against a lesser team because Dobry&Gaming has been showing throughout this tournament that they are capable of really shooting back at you. So, I mean, just Pasha coming
Hopefully, at least.
Yeah, hopefully.
That would help their cause.
Exactly.
It would, but just Pasha coming in with these confidence plays definitely needed because he's been on a downhill spiral lately, so great to see him back in shape.
Whilst you guys are talking, going through some points, we've got Taz on screen signing autograph, but what I was going to hopefully get up on screen were the highlights, because there were quite a few from that game. Anyway, Natu, would you like to jump in with any thoughts that you've got?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell on the T side that it wasn't anything spectacular from Virtus.pro whatsoever, very simplistic. The good thing about Dust 2 is it's obviously the most gather map there is to be played, which you can throw 85 players on the server that understand Counter-Strike, and you can make something out of it. So you saw Virtus.pro utilizing the long spawns a lot of the times. That's how they basically produce their rounds. May having a bit of A splits here and there when they did their B split. It was like the most old school stuff you've ever seen, and not too effective, to be honest with you. They got caught off guard by the flash from CT spawn a bunch of times and just got getting demolished in the process. But managing those, I think it was 8 rounds on the T side. And in the end of the day, well enough for them. As City side, they decided to go for a lot of aggressiveness. You saw Snacks just pushing that Xbox a lot of the time. You saw them basically pushing everywhere. Especially, I really like the one where they're pushing for the match point, where they basically just rushed middle, rushed chat
everywhere.
They were just YOLO, let's go for it, and they got the frags, and that's pretty much it. But at the same token, has to be said that their positioning wasn't maybe exactly spot on for certain situations. For example, when CSGL Lounge had this cap push coming in, Neo was totally isolated on that A ramp. And obviously not the optimal situation when you can't really have any backup. You had Pasha in the long pit, and he wasn't really able to help Neo much. Neo managed to make one kill, then dying, and Pasha somehow gets a kill through the smoke, just spraying into it, making it into a viable, winnable situation for his team. So, I mean, it was definitely not a pitch perfect performance for Virtus.pro. It was more than enough against CSGO Lounge.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that Virtus.pro haven't reinvented the wheel when it comes to playing Dust 2 here at all. They played actually very similar to what they did back when they played Dust 2 more frequently, which is over a year ago, plus, well, even more than a year ago actually, probably closer to 2 years. But they've always been extremely aggressive on their CT sides to both positive and negative sides of it. You saw especially one of the rounds, round 23, where they pretty much gave away a round where CSGO Lounge were forced buying due to the aggression. But that's kind of how they live and die by it. Sometimes it works swimmingly and you completely catch your opponent off guard, like they did in the final round by basically pushing everywhere and creating chaos. On the T side, it's like Jonas said, it's literally just the most basic stuff you can do. But the good thing about it is that they were super adamant about it. So whenever they decide to do something, they do it instantly, because they were extremely quick throughout the first 12 rounds of their T half. They pretty much decided, it seemed like, from freeze time that okay, we've got a spawn for this. Let's go. Yeah. And they just fully commit each and every time, and it worked really well. It caught Dobry&Gaming off balance. Eventually, they made some adjustment and they managed to stabilize on their CT side on Dobry's end, but at that point, a lot of the damage was already done. And to put this into a bigger perspective, this doesn't mean that VP is now a decent Dust 2 team or a good Dust 2 team. It just showed what we kind of expected, which was none of these teams are really highly ranked on this map, so that's why VP decided not to veto it, and I guess somehow it paid off, even though we had some of these crazy rounds with Tess having a 10-second defuse. And
losing to a full eco as well just triggered me, but it's one of those things where playing up close against Glocks or P250s can be really dangerous because it can do a lot of damage in the close range.
To be fair, it doesn't matter what range you play against Glocks, right?
Glocks. To give some credit to Dobry, they did manage to get off to a good start on Mirage and an even start on Dust 2, where it was 8-7. So they didn't do terribly on either end. No. They just didn't manage to close out the matches on
So it seemed like it was pretty tough games for you. Do you agree? Yeah, it was nice games. It were pretty close, but it felt like we had the control over the game. But let's say that the clutches went our way this time.
And what can you say about your this opponents, ex-CSGO Lounge?
I mean, they beat Navi, they beat Godsend, they were on the roll. So I'm happy that we were able to stop them when they were in their highest. So I hope that we showed in Poland who's number one.
And especially about that, do you think that they can actually repeat the success of Virtus.pro in the future on the international CSGO arena?
I hope so. I mean, they are still young, they have a lot of talent, and future is bright for them. They beat Navi now, and why not? Hopefully they will become a contender very soon.
Thank you very much and congratulations with your victory, and we go back to our experts and we'll see their opinion about that.
Thank you so much, Tonya, for that interview. I was about to throw it over there. I was just trying to finish my point with regards to Dobry. They did not have a terrible performance by any means. They just were unable to close out those maps. What do you think that they could have done differently, Casper?
I just want to pick up on like the words that you're using, which was they didn't have a terrible performance, and with not having a terrible performance, you do not win against Navi either. So I mean, they're gonna have a tough task ahead of them tomorrow because this was one task. Navi is the same, if not even harder. So I mean, they gotta have some aces up their sleeves if they're gonna go through tomorrow.
If I learn something, if I'm CSGO Lounge, I will veto Dust 2 against Navi.
Yeah, that's
I think
great.
that's an easy
great.
choice.
That's why I like this. I like
The
this.
insight.
I got my money's worth.
Exactly. The highlights are up on the screen now, so we can see a little bit of what happened during those maps. We will see a bracket overview shortly after this and go through a round just to illustrate what has been going on, because do not forget this portion of the competition is still double elimination, and so CSGO Lounge, ex-CSGO Lounge, Dobry, whatever you want to call them, the other Polish lineup, will be dropping down to play Navi, who they did beat at the start of the tournament 2-1. It's going to be a test for them if they can do it again.
Yeah, and well, we saw it at the start of the highlights, and we can see what kind of an impact Snacks has had now that he's been given free reign of that op. Really, he's been surprisingly good with that weapon so far in this tournament for me, and I think one of the reasons why we're seeing Virtus.pro in grand finals.
I agree.
Why
I mean,
not?
there's not that much more to add about it. Snacks has really been playing well, and
Yeah, I think Taz also put it very, very nicely in that interview. Like, today, the clutches went their way, and that's very true, especially when you can do a full 10-second defuse.
in a smoke.
Yeah, if your opponent just forgets where it was planted, why not?
Yeah, you need some luck on your side.
Yeah, it was a slightly awkward plant. It was not the conventional long
Well,
plant.
yeah, but
it's
it's one that they
it's what-
had to know in that situation.
It's what you call a plateau
Well,
plan.
yeah,
one
yeah,
they call-
he knew it was
There's
for
a clause
we,
for that.
we all know exactly. We all know in that situation though, whether it's a plateau plant, a default long plant, whatever, where you're shooting at someone through smoke and you don't necessarily hit those first 5-10 bullets. You're like, okay, he might be in a different location. Then you start from there. It's all
Panicking.
psychological. You start panicking.
No,
and
but you're not supposed to shoot in the angle he was shooting. I mean, you just keep bursting away within a certain limit, and he just exceeded that limit by quite a margin.
for sure, just a mistake on his part. Then
Well, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles every now and again.
you've got a great cookie to crumble in front of us now on Stats Helix. Would you like to do that, Vendetta?
Yeah, just quickly, because we were talking about how aggressive Virtus.pro was playing on their CT side, and this is a bit of an example of it. And this is the round I mentioned, the round 23, where you can see, judging from the buy on Dobry, it's not the greatest. They have managed to hold on to 1 AK, but other than that, it's not really much to write home about. And well, that doesn't really come into consideration for Virtus.pro. So you're going to see both Bialy and Pasha pushing up both middle. They're going to trade out here. Pasha gets the first kill, but he's going to get picked out by Innocent rather quickly. And at this point, you know that there's very limited weaponry on Dobry&Gaming side if you're Virtus.pro. So at this point, you should be fine and perfectly okay with holding passive positions, even though normally a 4v4 situation would favor the Ts. But seeing how you have better weaponry, you have tons of nades you can work with, you want to let Dobry&Gaming bring it to you instead of losing unnecessarily for no good reason. Because you have the weapon advantage, so you're going to be better at range. So take that into consideration. Instead, we're going to see Bialy getting flashed into mid here from Taz, while Neo's going to peek from short, and doesn't end up flashing anyone from Dobry. Bialy is going to get taken out, and all of a sudden, we're looking at a Dobry gamer getting weapons in their hands, and they're going to take full advantage of that. So that's pretty much one of the not really necessary to show the rest of the round how that plays out.
Sure.
It's got to go down in mid, but the idea is simply that Virtus.pro really lived and died by that aggression, and this time around, where they could have played it a lot safer and probably gotten an easier end to the game,
more convincing.
they decided to just commit fully to what they've been doing the entire CT half, and they went down by it for that round.
All right, thank you very much for that breakdown. Let's get back to the desk. And I think that's a good way to wrap it up, because it's not like this is a conclusive moment, so to speak, for one of the teams. It just means Dobry go down into the lower bracket to face off against Na'Vi tomorrow. Guys, I've had a great time today. Are you all good? Are we happy with that, or are there any final points that you'd like to make?
Well, Virtus.pro making a final, obviously, it's one of the teams who were expecting that to get up there. Obviously, maybe not through the upper bracket in the end. Na'Vi going down in the first round, being the biggest upset so far, I suppose, in the tournament. But yeah, I mean, it's very near from us having that I guess, partially dream final.
I have a
of
small
VP
question,
Na'Vi.
actually.
Go ahead if
Do
you
we know if
you dare.
VP has any
No idea.
upper bracket
Absolutely
advantage?
no idea.
A
Absolutely
VP
not
what?
being informed about
Oh,
it.
what if they have an extra map or whatever?
Yeah.
Is it a best of 3? Is it best of 5?
Could be a best of 7, all we know.
For all we know right now, we are unsure. It's a best of 3. There we go, clarified.
Right.
What I can tell you is that we will be back tomorrow at 9 CEST time, and the first match will be Dobry versus Na'Vi in the lower bracket final. VP have won all of their matches, and that means that they are in the winners bracket final. Natu, Cadian, Vendetta, thank you very much for being with me, and we will see you here tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back.